From a young single mother who was attacked for the 6th time, to the well-established 50-year-old grandmother who was grabbed so hard the bruises formed in mere minutes, domestic violence does not discriminate. For most of us, this type of violence is unconscionable. For those being abused, it's a daily reality and a complete nightmare. In the United States, a woman is abused every 9 seconds. And in Luzerne County alone, law enforcement receives 24 calls a day regarding domestic violence. One of the only options for these women who are living in constant fear is to reach out to the Domestic Violence Service Center. The very first question that our telephone hotline counselors ask is, "Are you safe?" For that is the ultimate goal of the Domestic Violence Service Center, to provide a safe place and supportive services for victims and survivors of domestic violence. Founded in 1976, the Domestic Violence Service Center was the first battered women's shelter in northeastern Pennsylvania. More than 30 years later, the need is greater than ever. We are a lifeline for battered and homeless women and their children. The Domestic Violence Service Center serves Luzerne and Carbon counties and is the only agency in the 2-county service area to provide shelter and direct services to abused and homeless women and their children. Our 24-hour hotline is just the beginning. Emergency shelter, crisis intervention, assistance in filing for protection from abuse orders, court accompaniment, transitional housing, information and referrals, social services advocacy, supportive options counseling, even a foster pet program. We provide these and many additional services to more than 2,000 victims each year. All of our services are free, and the need for help keeps growing. Physical battering, psychological abuse, violence. Domestic violence can take many forms, and it can happen to anyone. It doesn't discriminate, rich or poor, young or old. It can be gradual, it can be sudden. It is always devastating, and it is not going away. Our hotline receives more than 4,500 calls a year. The need is great, and it is growing more each day. The question is, will you help? Your gift, no matter how large or small, has a direct impact on the life of a victim in crisis. Your donation can provide food and clothing for a woman and her children who have fled from their home, leaving everything behind. Your gift can pay for a taxi to bring a woman and her children to shelter and safety in the dark of night. Or make it possible for staff to be with a victim at the hospital or in the courtroom. Your gift will change lives. Your gift can save lives. Please help. The Domestic Violence Service Center, the first step to safety and a violence-free tomorrow.